Hey guys, welcome back to the checkpoint for another No Man's Sky video. Today we're going to be analysing the brand new Explore trailer from PlayStation that was revealed yesterday. Now this is going to be a super detailed breakdown of almost every scene from within that trailer, so without further ado, let's get straight into the analysis. So the first thing we see here is a brand new design for the navigation icons. As we head out to the space station here, the icon slowly fades in and we can see that it is a sort of fuel pump. Of course, we know by now that space stations are primarily used for saving your game and refueling your ship, so this just confirms the fact further, as well as showing off the new design for icons, which we'll be seeing multiple times throughout this trailer. This next screenshot is one we've seen before in the recent PlayStation Greatness Awaits trailer. As you can see, we've got the main ship UI at the bottom there with all the details you need to know about your ship's current status, but what I want to focus on here is this sort of holographic model of your ship on the right there. Now, I reckon this is somehow a way to show your ship's shield in specific places, so the places it's specifically being affected during dogfights or space battles. If you notice, the ship is completely green right now, but if you were, for example, shot in the tail, the back end of your ship would turn red to indicate where your shield is at its weakest point. This is purely speculative, but I thought it was a viable enough idea to point out. Oh god, dude, look out for that asteroid! Okay. Next we have this really peculiar lighting effect on the side of this planet. Now this is weird because I have two theories for what's going on here. It could be a lighting effect from the sun, you know, showing you where exactly on the planet it is daytime and where it is nighttime. Or it could be some sort of aurora borealis effect, since it looks a little too red to be a simple sunshine effect. We also have some freighter ships just in front of the planet here. Next we have this ice planet. It looks awesome, and you can tell from this screenshot that between the time of Anthony Carboni's time on Ice Planet and this gameplay's excerpt right here, that the volumetric lighting and textures, especially on the side of the rocks there, have been improved upon drastically. We also have these floating creatures which look awesome. Next we have this stunning planet, and the first thing that caught my eye was not the plant life, not the sandstorm looming on the horizon, but these two stone pillars here. Now some would argue that they are just rocks, but they seem too symmetrical for me, and too in line to be anything other than put there purposefully. My guess, this is some sort of landmark event, or perhaps some sort of place to level up your character. The best example of this would either be in Skyrim with the standing stones where you could kind of buff your character or level up your character, or a certain character trait, or the Witcher series where you gain a temporary buff to an ability from places of power. Maybe walking between these two pillars will give you something. We'll have to wait till the game ships to find out. More ice planets, some cacti, and boom! A radioactive or biohazardous planet. This is, as far as I know, the first showcase of a radioactive planet we've seen, and it seems that the more this green meter goes up, the more damage you'll take. I'm not sure what this meter means underneath. Perhaps it's a sort of sound meter or a radioactive rads meter to show how close you are to the radioactive material. Who knows? If you have an idea for this, let me know in the comment section down below, because I'm really confused by what this could be. Fast forward a bit again, and we have these same meters down below. Now this time we have a fire symbol, which obviously means heat, and this lightning bolt symbol down below it. Again, it's obvious what the top bar means, but what on earth could the bottom one indicate? Also, check out the plants in the center. They look a bit stinky, don't they? Kinda look like my toilet after a curry, but moving on. This is probably one of my favourite ever pictures of No Man's Sky, purely for the use of colour. The red planets in the background perfectly contrast the blues and greens of the ground and cacti, and it just makes for an all-round lovely landscape. There's also a building on the left which probably houses some sort of loot, or potentially an NPC if you're lucky. In the very next scene we have this shot of an asymmetrical ship, which we know have been in the game for a while now, so it's great to see them return, but what's interesting is this flashing effect below it, this sort of shooting star style glow underneath. We've seen this multiple times in this trailer, and really I think it's just an effect to show where a ship is from afar, because seeing a small ship from far away is much more difficult than this shooting star effect, which you could really see from anywhere. You just got to look for the yellow streak in the sky. Next we get a bunch of quick shots of stuff we've already seen before we settle on this shot right here. Now on the left we have this structure, and I'm not sure entirely what it is. However, if you look closely, you can see this sigil or emblem embossed on the side of it. This is probably an emblem to indicate the race that earns this structure, and in fact, even at points during this trailer, which you'll see in a few scenes ahead, you can find flags that are painted with symbols that represent the Korvax, a race we've seen a few times before in gameplay trailers. We also have these orange pillars of light in the background, which I think are beacons, which reveal areas of the planet once you activate them. We get a few more shots here of a variety of planets before settling on this one, which is actually the original radioactive planet we covered at the start of the video. Do you remember that? However, this time it's day, and you can see how much variety there is on the planet. The plants we saw in the first clip of this planet are now gone, and we have these giant mountainous plains in front of us. It's just another testament to how stunning and varied the game actually is. We also have the Korvax flag I mentioned at the bottom here, and it doesn't look similar at all really to the emblem we saw before, so that pretty much confirms that whatever race earns that emblem we saw on the side of the previous structure I mentioned has not been revealed yet. Next we get this very short and bizarre clip of a pyramid-like structure. Now I can't for the life of me work out what this specifically is, but my guess is it is a sort of ancient temple due to its resemblance of a pyramid, or it could be a station for the Sentinels, since we have the Sentinel in the bottom left heading towards it. Very interesting, nonetheless. Few more shots of buildings here, and then we have this amazing clip of a space station. So this pretty much confirms that space stations come in all different shapes and sizes, and obviously with a different exterior comes a different interior, so probably lots of variety in terms of interior design as well. More shots of exploring gameplay and the new display for scanning creatures as well as scanning plant life, which I didn't actually realise you could do. A whale creature, more stuff about getting to the centre of the universe, and then we get this awesome shot showing the scale of the planets in the game, which are obviously absolutely massive as indicated here, before a big zoom out showing off the galactic map, because no Man's Sky trailer is complete without a big galactic map show off. So there we have it, that was my complete, detailed breakdown and analysis of the brand new No Man's Sky Explore trailer. If you enjoyed the video, please leave it a like and subscribe for more detailed breakdowns of the trailers coming out in the forthcoming weeks, as well as No Man's Sky content each and every week. But for now, this has been Steve, that's been No Man's Sky, checkpoint complete.